Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And are you a crypto native? According to this very rich report that came out from Binance, 69 pages, it's a global crypto statistics. A crypto native is defined as first, having exposure, of course, to crypto, but that would be in the way of a decentralized application, or maybe you have your main source as income, or you use crypto for payments. All right, that's the first criteria. Second, you have a high concentration of your wealth or a moderate to high alignment to digital assets. So that means you have skin in the game. And then the third criteria is you have a good understanding of Bitcoin and you are at ease using crypto. Now, what's interesting is that of all of the crypto users out there, only 13% are considered crypto natives, according to this report. So the first criteria, a decentralized app, or sometimes referred to as a DApp. I think you might be a user if you are in the XRP community soon, and if you are a Dogecoin holder, and if you are a Litecoin holder, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of other announcements of those blockchains being pulled in. What you will be using is some of the products that are going to be offered on the Flare networks. And there is a new video that was published on February 1st by the Flare community on their YouTube channel. And it is how to create and redeem F assets. So F assets meaning Flare assets. It's a really good video. I'm going to share just a tiny portion of it so you can get a feel for what that video is like. And it is some of the products that will be offered by Flare Finance. So don't get it mixed up. Flare Networks is different than Flare Finance, which is different than Flare Fusion. So you're just probably going to see the use of Flare a lot in the names of the providers that build on top of this network. Okay, have a listen here. Let me move myself. There I go again. I cannot find the right portion. You know, I always tuck myself on the lower left-hand side, right? But I had so many people tell me that I was covering up information and they didn't want me in the lower left-hand side. So I have been trying to find the right location since. Okay, here we go.
Welcome back, Flare community. I would like to start today's video by saying a big thank you to everyone who has supported the channel so far. You are very much appreciated. Today, we'll be taking a deeper look into F assets and more specifically, how they come into existence on the Flare network. As we know, one of the main missions of the Flare network is to give smart contract functionality to Turing incomplete assets. It does so by converting the underlying asset, such as XRP, Litecoin, Dogecoin, in addition to Spark as collateral, to their F asset equivalent on the Flare network. Shortly, we will go through a brief walkthrough of the process of both creating and redeeming FXRP as an example. But before we do, I would like you to know that this information can be found on the Flare network blog. If you're interested, the link can be found in the description below. With that being said, let's jump in. The originator. First, let us identify the originator on the XRP ledger. Coming all the way from Japan.
Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo.
Crypto Eri holds XRP and wishes to participate in some of the services which Flare Finance offer, and she will require FXRP to do so.
How funny, isn't it? So this video is going to go through that creation and redemption of the F assets. I'll put a link to it in the comment section below in the description. And did that voice ring a bell to you at all? Because that voice is someone who has been in the community for around 4 years and had once another identity on Twitter. And so they are going to have a live stream on Wednesday to reveal not the real identity, but the identity behind the other identity that was out there. So, of course, everybody was saying, oh, it must be Hodor, and oh, maybe it's the Riddler. But no, he says it's not Hodor, nor is it the Riddler. I thought maybe it's Dr. T, which is XRP Trump. No, he says it's not Dr. T. So now, of course, there's a lot of speculation. I just love this kind of mystery quiz and solving business. So I guess if you participate in the live stream where he's going to give you clues, I think the first person who comes up with the answer is going to receive some XRP anyways. Just a lot of fun. But what I was doing is I was going down memory lane, looking back through some of my old tweets. I found this one from June 2018 where we first learned that Mr. Kitao, the CEO of SBI, was going to create a derivatives market. And it was when he spoke at the Japan Blockchain Conference in Tokyo. Because I was looking through who was commenting on the tweets that I had put out, thinking that it would give me some sort of clue as to who that was. I just have no idea. I mean, obviously it's a British accent, right? So maybe it's one of the SPQR guys in there, that whole group that were doing some incredible deep dives. I lost track of time, about a year ago, I guess it was. Yeah, I don't know. I just have no idea, but it's fun. I enjoy that. I mean, we all have to have a little bit of fun in this space. And then it was just January 29th that we learned that the details came out in regards to what Mr. Kitao was talking about back in June 2018. He's talking about this private exchange that he is going to operate jointly with Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group and the largest securities company in Japan, Nomura. This is a pretty big deal. SBI and Sumitomo are going to invest 60%, and it looks like it's going to be in Osaka, not Tokyo. And you can get to Osaka by the bullet train in about 2 hours. It's just south of Tokyo. It's just like the perfect amount of time to get on the bullet train. And let me just show you something that's really interesting. This is the new Fintech Summit that's coming up in March. And look who is speaking. Yeah, there I go again, not in the right location. So I want to show you, I think you recognize this here. This is Mr. Kitao. And he is in some amazing company who will also be speakers at this summit. Just take a look. This is the Chief Financial Officer, the CFO to NEC, the Nippon Electric Corporation. And then there is the President and CEO of MUFG Bank. That's the largest bank in Japan. I think it's the third largest bank in the world. Then Taro Aso, he is the former prime minister. He is now the Minister of Finance and also the Minister of State for Financial Services. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like, everything comes down from the Financial Service Association through his blessing on down with, especially in the crypto world. And then this is Mr. Kitao. And then here is the Minister of Digital Transformation. This is a new position that was put in place by Suga-san, who is the new prime minister. And it's kind of funny because he's not really big on digital. Well, at least he said that, he he didn't like using an iPad or a digital tablet or a computer. He said he just wanted to go back to his pen and paper. He was uh, he was caught in a quote as saying that. Oh, I think that's just funny. Anyway, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at some of the price action. We've got, yeah, just kind of nothing big going on. There's a lot of sideways action. And I think that's probably pretty good, right? I mean, that last 24 hours was really exhausting. I guess I want to just say one thing, and I'll say it quickly, is don't ever let anybody make you feel guilty because you want to take profit. All right? That's one of the things I've always said is be sure you're able to take profit. Don't be greedy, and always do your own research and be skeptical. So I guess those are my 4 advice points in this space. And the reason why I say that is because I heard a lot of people saying, oh, I'm not going to participate because I feel sorry for the guy who is going to get stuck holding the bag. Or, let me just tell you something. There are always 2 sides of every trade, okay? So whether you were going to take a little bit of profit when it hits 60, or if you're going to take a little bit of profit when it hits 3 digits, there's always going to be someone on the other side of that trade. And that person is always going to be in a position that has risk and that could get left holding a bag. So, it's kind of ridiculous to say you wouldn't take advantage of a little price increase, because I'm talking about even if you were to be able to increase your holdings of the digital assets through this temporary pump that we saw. I mean, why wouldn't you? I guess that's where I just don't get it. I know some people are in this for long-term investment. That's fine. And I know some people are in it for just trading, either day trading or swing trading. That's fine. And some people are in it just to build for the tech, and that's fine. I mean, we see when yesterday and Tom Custer, they pointed out that the XRP ledger was incredibly robust and able to scale. And, we saw a couple of the exchanges were not able to handle, as I said, expect that to happen. Didn't surprise me. But if you want to feel sorry for anybody, feel sorry for the people who got stuck in a central exchange that had a glitch or a temporary downtime, or had their funds locked up because they were trying to do a trade that was over the amount, So yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can see I'm a little animated in this subject, but I feel like I just am needing to say that because I don't think anybody, it's your money, it's your business, and never be afraid to take any profit. I have been in this space long enough to know that any profit is good. And once you do take profit, don't look back. Never look back. Just be thankful that you got a little bit of profit. And getting that profit in a situation like this was pretty easy to predict, in my opinion, because I knew it was going to fall, as I said in the last video. But, being able to take that risk, calculated risk, to get in, get out, and then get back in again, and then you can grow that size of your holdings through that action. Well, I just don't understand why people said they wouldn't participate. XRP has not been defined as a security. So you're not going to be, it's okay. I stopped there. I actually did a live stream last night because I had a lot of takeaways on lessons learned, and I'm not going to go through that list, but yeah, it was very, very, I know, exhaustive. And tomorrow I'm going to have Sentiment on the channel, and they are going to go over some of those behavior metrics that occurred 24 hours before and 24 hours after this trading took place. And also, I'm going to have Jesse Hines on. He is the attorney. I'm really excited to have him because he has helped me come up with a lot of good questions to go over with him. Where do I have those? I have those, some of those questions. It's about the letter that was sent out by Ripple. It's this one here. It's for the Freedom of Information Act letter request that was predicted, and he's going to talk about the strategy behind this and what to expect. He's going to talk about what effect does of other countries' designations have on the security status of XRP. He's also going to talk about some of the strongest arguments in this letter, and also a realistic time frame is something he also wanted to touch on. Anyway, I'm very, very happy that he's going to come on, and I think we're going to get a better understanding, especially when it comes to what this Freedom of Information Act request is all about. All right, so sentiment. Wow, this is a great company when it comes to the behavior metrics. No, I don't get paid to bring them on here. It's something I'm interested in. I bring them on about once a month. And I thought that after this price action that we saw, that would be a perfect time to bring them on again. So they're going to really, this is one metric that they just put out on Twitter, and you can see this is the green price of XRP as it rose. And then you can see these colored lines indicate the size of wallets, how many coins they have. And you can see at which point people started to take some profit. And yeah, actually, a lot of that profit was taken a little over 40 cents to the 47 cents, up and around 50 cents. It's interesting. A lot of these wallets didn't wait until the price spike at all. It was a lot of this kind of front running of the anticipation of the pump, which, gosh, let's be fair, it really wasn't fully able to happen, even though we knew there was going to be a fall in price. But so many of the people in the United States had a problem with being able to execute a buy even at the so-called time. So I'm looking forward to talking with Sentiment. They're going to be here, on my screen in about 11 hours. And then I'll record that conversation I have with them and upload it for you. So you should see it in about, I don't know, I'm going to guess about 15 hours from now. And did you know that 60% of the general population store their cryptocurrencies on an exchange? Can you believe that? Yeah, that was super surprising for me. And I am bringing that up because there is a third anniversary and also a cold wallet called Kobo Vault. And no, I'm not going to get paid to review this, but I'm going to review it, and I'm going to tell you what I think, because I'm not happy with what happened with Nano Ledger and their privacy leak at all. So I am really looking to find a solution. And the reason why I think this is a possible good one is because they have a strategic focus to integrate with Sum. And the Sum app is what Weetza Wind and Ali and Tristan have built. And I think Tom Custer has helped a lot in his own way. And if there's other people on the team, I'm so sorry. I'm not aware of it, so I don't want to leave anyone out. But also, too, they are going to support the Spark token, the FLR, and they also are really just focusing on helping the XRP community and also with the security. So I will look forward to sharing that information with you. It's been tough. It's been tough getting this. The first one they shipped me didn't arrive, so I feel bad. But we're trying one more time to get that done so I can give you some feedback. Okay, everybody, we are jumping to the fluff. Wow, 20 minutes. This is much longer than I anticipated. I think I was rambling a little too much. Sorry, I apologize for that. But I do want to tell you that Japan is in love with its vending machines. You can find everything in them. And now you can even find PCR tests. Can you believe it? So for about $35 US. And the interesting thing, the first placement that they put it was at a 350-year-old temple. So again, another example of how Japan just can blend this very ancient, old, and obviously new modern day challenges all in the same place. So these PCR kits come with everything that you need to do it in just a couple of minutes. Then you put it in the pouch that is provided and you mail it, and then whoever is the company behind doing the testing, they send you your result on your cell phone, on your mobile. Interesting, huh? And my favorite bullet train, speaking of bullet trains, this is one. This one doesn't go to Osaka, though. This is the Tohoku Shinkansen. It goes up north. It goes north towards Akita, out of Tokyo. Anyway, this is my favorite one. I'm not sure why, but this is my favorite one. There's many bullet trains, and today they just made available some of the cars as workstations. So every train is really struggling with trying to keep some cash flow, and this train is, like all the rest of them, trying to reinvent themselves to be able to provide services that people want and need in these current conditions. So here you go. You can have your own little private office on the bullet train. I think this is pretty nice. And with the coming of the cherry blossom season, we're going to get cherry blossoms in full bloom a little bit earlier this year. I think it's slated for March 18th for Tokyo, but they're going to have a special beer, and this beer also has real cherry blossoms in the ingredients. How about that? And then the last little food bit, because this country is just crazy for these limited edition inventions, if you will. This is a mac and cheese. It's not really burger. It's a koroke, which is a fried potato, but with mac and cheese on top. And it's at a place called Mossburger. Mossburger is the McDonald's of Japan. And so the reason why they're going to launch this, and I think it comes out in a matter of just a few days, because they did a survey, and can you believe it? As an American, I have a hard time believing this. 88% of Japanese don't know what mac and cheese is. So macaroni and cheese, I think as an American, most kids grow up on some kind of macaroni and cheese, whether it's the Kraft instant box or it's your mom's homemade mac and cheese. I'm not so sure, but unbelievable that 88% of Japanese have never even heard it, never even tasted it, don't even know what it is. So I can't wait to try this one. All right, everybody, you do take care. Sorry for keeping you so long today. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.